This issue of sending kids out of the school or out of the classroom because of school fees payment is becoming really worrisome. We have to do better as school leaders and parents. We can't keep punishing these children because of this act. Because for several years, I've been a teacher and currently I'm a school leader. Most times, there are no other option left for the school than to send the child out of the classroom or out of the school. We must know that schools have different policies. There are some schools that are prepaid, which means that you have to pay before resumption in full. There are also some of these schools around the town that are very, very flexible. There are some of them that give like a week into resumption or after resumption to make the complete fees payment. There are also some schools like our school that you are giving 1 week after resumption to pay in full or pay at least 70% of the fees and then pay the balance 3 weeks after resumption. There are so many other schools that offer various payment options. You wouldn't expect a private school that is offering quality education not to be prepaid, meaning that paying in full before resumption because of several budgets that are in place in the school. It becomes very tough on the school when parents know about these policies and they don't care as if any of these things exist, and they wait until their child is sent out of the school before they react. You know, this is the time we have found ourselves. We don't tend to have many quality schools that are government owned as it is found in the Western world. But in our country, we tend to have several quality private schools, which always results in paying massively for our kids' education. I understand this perfectly, but we have to honor the agreement we have with the school. Now, this is not a podcast or video to encourage parents to take their kids out of any school they are having issue with payment and take them to schools they can conveniently afford. No. That other school you are going to, you may be able to afford that school for now, but what happened tomorrow? Anything can happen tomorrow. It's possible you may not also be able to afford that school tomorrow. I've seen this play out at several places. Okay? This video is a call to be open with the school. Please communicate. Have good relationship and understanding with the school leaders. I know we are trying to maintain our steeze and composure as parents, but things go sour when we keep the school in the dark. When we see notifications, SMS, when our children come back home reminding you about their fees payment and school fees drive. When you see notification on the parent platform, you do as if you are not aware until your child is driven out of the class or out of the school. At the end of the day, it's not just the school fees issue. It is the child dignity we are talking about here. And the teacher's burden and the school's survivor we are talking about here. Your child dignity is at stake. Imagine a child that is sent out of the classroom or out of the school. It's going to affect that child emotionally, psychologically, and that child will not be able to learn very well. We're also talking about the burden of teachers. We are talking about the survival of the school. The survival of the school is dependent on the fees that is paid by parents. There's huge burden It's even more difficult now to employ educators nowadays than before, because when they come around, they have quality. They have quality to offer, and then you tell them what you're going to pay, and they'll tell you, what you are going to pay me a month, I can't get it a day. It's difficult to employ quality educators now. So there's huge burden from teachers upon the school, and then there is also the issue of survival of the school, and your child dignity is also there. These are things every parent need to consider, and that's why every parent need to make timely fee payment. Make it priority. How can you solve this problem? You don't need to wait until resumption before you plan. In so many schools, the moment schools is going holiday, school fees payment is already due for the next term. Just like you have long holiday, that's the third term, which is almost 2 months. That's enough time to prepare for fees payment. But unfortunately, within these long holidays, so many will still find it difficult to plan, and then they will now resume and without any plan, and will now be asking for a long time to pay, and expect school leaders to give them enough time into the term. I think it's a matter of priority. We can do better this time as parents. We need to do better as parents, most especially because of the dignity of our children. The dignity of our children. We need to do better this time, so that we can critically look at prioritizing the payment of fees for our kids, so that they wouldn't be embarrassed or sent out of the class or out of the school. I hope this video inspires someone, and I hope we are going to do better this time as parents, as school leaders across the world. See you at the top, succeeding.